Hello, I'm Bernie, and a very warm welcome to this intuitive chat about January 2026. If this chat or a few words within this chat resonates with you, I feel it is for you or maybe for someone you know. There might be a word or a concept or an idea that resonates with you that you might like to ponder on, reflect on, could be journal about, give some attention to. So, welcome to a new month and a new year. The short story about January can be summed up in 3 words: clarity, cleansing, and action. The first 2 weeks can focus on gaining clarity about your year ahead, gaining clarity how you might get the most out of the year ahead for you, gaining clarity on how best you might emotionally support yourself during the year ahead, gaining clarity or clarifying your priorities, your choices for the year ahead, your core values, which can help you to navigate through the year. January can help you to clarify what matters to you now. Not last year necessarily, or not 3 years ago, 5 years ago, but what matters to you now. January can help you to clarify what you wish to carry forward with you through the year ahead, and what you wish to leave behind. And for many, this relates to their emotional stability. Following this clarity comes cleansing, decluttering, and releasing. And this cleansing, decluttering, releasing can be thought related. So it might be changing or ending the telling of certain thoughts, which might not be supporting you emotionally. For example, negative self-talk, self-doubt. It might also be releasing negative attachments to things, habits, or others. It might be physical space decluttering, which might very much initiate emotional cleansing as well. It can be all of the above, as all is connected. This 2 week time of clarity and cleansing is then followed by 2 weeks of taking action or setting intentions, putting a plan in place, stepping forward, starting around the time of the new moon on the 18th of January. The month of January is a really strong time to help set us up for the year ahead. January is, of course, always the first month of every year, and therefore carries a sense of new with it. It's almost like if there was a pseudo name for January, it could be new. New year, new intentions, new goals, new direction, new habits. But January 2026 carries more weight with the new, as it is one of the main themes for the year ahead. I have uploaded a previous chat about the numerology and intuitive messages for 2026. If you would like to listen to it, the link is in the description box below. It's also the recorded chat just before this one. In that chat, I explained the main themes of numerology for 2026, which is a universal 10-year, reducing to a 1 and a 0. The 1 brings in and supports the new. There are other themes with the one, but just focusing on the new for the moment. The one brings in and supports the new idea, new concept, new path, new project, new identity, or new way of looking at yourself, new way of seeing yourself. And the zero can soften the new and helps to make it possibly less harsh or abrupt. The zero can also add a spiritual element to the new. This universal 1 year for 2026 is especially relevant for those who will be experiencing a personal 1 year. It can make the new and other themes of 2026 more heightened. Before uploading this recording, a client who will be experiencing a personal 1 year in 2026 messaged to say that she had given away a few items that she had held on to for over 20 years. The items had a connection not only with her past, but with people that she had decided to distance herself from. She felt to declutter, cleanse, and create a new space for herself, a new energy for her home and her home within, even before she entered the new year. She also asserted boundaries, pushed back on a few people and negative associations in her life so that her space was more her own, essentially creating a new or renewed sense of self. She felt very much almost like lighter, freer, which is also a sub-theme for 2026, freedom. She felt that she had acted upon the energy of the one even before 2026 came. She felt the urge to do it, the calling to do it. And the zero helped her to accept the new with compassion for herself. Depending on your own situation and date of birth, you can feel the themes of 2026 in varying degrees. As well as the theme of new, other themes for 2026 include beginnings, fresh or new perspective, new path, a new or renewed sense of self, independence, leadership, confidence, inner strength, core values, and identifying and clarifying core values or prioritizing or reprioritizing our core values can help to initiate and support the new or renewed in our lives. If you would like to know more about your own personal year number and what 2026 might bring you and how best to navigate the year, please reach out to me for a personalized reading. Back to 2026 and January. This month helps us to set up for the year ahead, or as in the case of the client that I mentioned above previously, you might have already felt the calling to start setting up for the year ahead, and this will continue through the month of January. The month starts with a full moon on the 3rd of January and focuses on cleansing after clarity, very much related to clarity, cleansing for renewed sense of self-worth. It relates to home within, your emotional stability. It can be a very intuitive full moon and can bring clarity and insight to what you may be ready to release, which can bring cleansing. This releasing can be negative patterns or habits, or someone or something, or a self-belief that isn't supporting your emotional growth and emotional stability. And yes, again, this may have started in January for some. This full moon can be really beneficial on the 3rd of January, so probably starting from the 1st of January right up until the 7th, and slowly fades over the next week as we approach the new moon on the 18th. But This full moon on the 3rd can be really beneficial to initiate a cleanse for the year ahead, an emotional and detox cleanse, so that you're more on solid footing for the year ahead. Full moons can often feel more intense, more emotionally intense for some, but this full moon in January is a softer moon energy, a time when you can feel your deeper emotions without feeling thrown off balance or overwhelmed by them. Maybe look for the lesson, look for the wisdom in allowing your emotions to flow. This full moon can be a time of clarity to see what you might be ready to release that isn't supporting or nurturing your emotions, your sense of home within, your emotional security. It is a really good time to get clear about what you do want for yourself and what you don't want for yourself and your home for the year ahead. During the time of the full moon, and for that week or even possibly for 2 weeks following the full moon, take time to pause and feel without reacting. Be more an observer of your feelings. Also, this came through as quite a strong intuitive message. Breathe in light, breathe out the heavy. Maybe also take a long bath, walk on the ocean, walk along the ocean or through ocean water, take a swim, sit by water. Allow your emotions to flow. It's almost like the riverbed is having a bit of a cleanse. I also saw a pair of very old, worn, soiled brown boots. Maybe it's time to let them go. If this resonates with you, and whether you have brown boots or not, but it might just resonate with you anyway, maybe think on what brown boots or worn, sort of soiled brown boots might mean for you. It might symbolize work for some, or mundane, or long journey taken. Time for new footwear to make a lighter, more easier journey ahead for yourself. A few journal prompts for the time of the full moon. What emotionally supports me? Who emotionally supports me? Who doesn't emotionally support me? How do I emotionally support myself? How might I increase emotionally supporting myself? What are my core values? What are my top 5, top 10 core values? How do my core values emotionally support me, guide me, nurture me, protect me? The energy and possible clearing of the full moon on the 3rd might continue, as I've said, for a couple of weeks up until the new moon on the 18th. The new moon on the 18th of January is a wonderful time to help support getting it done, taking action, initiating movement forward. Take it slow though, be thorough, don't take shortcuts. Prioritize remaining steady, stable, and grounded. This new moon and the year of 2026 can provide insight into patterns and beliefs, possibly family patterns or long held beliefs, which might not feel emotionally supportive of you anymore. You may get a hint or a reminder or a feeling of this could be negative pattern, possibly family related or long held belief. You might get a feeling of this in January, possibly the last 2 weeks, and it may continue, of course, for adjusting, for cleansing, for releasing, to bring more emotional stability in for you. Which patterns feel true for you now, and which patterns might be ready to release or step away from? It might be in the last 2 weeks of January, can be into February as well. Take some time to self-reflect on what patterns feel true for you now, and which patterns might you be ready to release or step away from. The cleansing, the decluttering, the changes that may come can require confidence, independence, self-leadership, courage, resilience, inner strength, speaking up, aligning with your core values, freedom of expression, renewed sense of self, which are all themes for 2026. To close this chat, I just wanted to touch on core values again. The theme of core values and the importance of knowing our core values, aligning with our core values, being guided by our core values is really strong moving forward. It's one of the themes on my Patreon page for both January and February, where there are 2 months for inner reflection and insight, and prompts to help identify and align with core values. If you are interested to join, you might like to click on the link in the description box below. It's an online platform. Content is available 24/7. Content is uploaded daily, but you can access it whenever you wish. There's chats, recorded meditations, prompts, journal prompts, suggested activities. Just sort of putting that out there. A few intuitive messages that came through for January, just as I'm closing this chat, are take the lead. And when I've said that, I just saw someone stepping into new shoes. Now, that very much can relate to ditching the old, worn out boots and stepping into new shoes that help you move forward, take the lead. Also, changing, and transformation is good for me. Whether that's a mantra or an affirmation for someone who is listening, you might shorten it to change is good for me. I embrace change. I welcome change. Change is helping me to transform, to expand, to grow. And the last intuitive message: relax, trust, and allow the new. If this chat or a few words within this chat has resonated with you, you might like to like, comment, or share this recording, or subscribe to my channel if you haven't already done so. And if you have, thank you very much. Again, if you would like a personalized reading, it might be for the first 6 months of 2026. It might be for the whole of 2026. It might be looking at not just your own reading, but your dynamic with another, or with the numerology or intuitive reading on the dynamic between you and another or a workplace. Please reach out to me for a personalized reading or for counseling. Thank you, and all the best for January 2026 and the year ahead. Wishing you all the best. Wishing you all the best. Wishing you health. Wishing you a safe, wholesome year ahead. A one of emotional stability and support and connection, and always calm. Thank you. Bye.